Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Tyranny, Bastard's Wound. In the last episode we continued our dungeon crawling, pressing many buttons, interacting with many beacons and so on and so forth, and we also killed some occasional Bane and sleepless ones too, I think. And then we also ran into a group of Jasposage people, and we had to kill them too. And that was a very tough fight actually, because we died, I think we died 2 times. At least 2 times, yeah. So we died 2 times, but we managed to beat them with my superior strategy. But anyway, the main reason why that fight was so difficult was because I did not pick the dialogue option, where I picked up a rock and threw at it one of the enemies and killing them, and turned the fight from 4 versus 6 to 4 versus 5. But I decided that, you know what, let's make this fight more challenging, because the last ones have been so easy so far. So that difficult and challenging fight was a welcome change. But now, without further ado, let's continue with the rest of the game. And I'm expecting this episode to be pretty much similar to the last one. So basically, we're gonna continue exploring these darkened hollows and other halls and dungeons. Oh yeah, and there is the firewall blocking that way, so we have to get there somehow. Now that we have the torch key or whatever it was that we needed in order to get rid of this. Okay, so I bet at the moment I pick this one up, or open this rather, and the Bane from inside this prison are gonna break out. Let's see. Well, there's only an amethyst, so... Oh, they came out anyway. And there's a malice, of course there is. But there's only 2 of them, so this should not be that difficult. Let's start by stunning this one immediately. And, well, weaken this one. I want Lantry to get out of there, and you come here.
A demonstration of our power.
There we go. Stun this.
Brains in order.
And you swipe at these 2. Sunder, although I don't think that Sunder does much against the Bane, but still. Mother's Embrace, and yeah, now throw your pens. Heal kills in shadow. Another pen at the malice. I want to kill the malice as quickly as possible.
Felt nothing.
Oh, come on, me. Stop being terrified. And by me, I mean Brahana. There we go, that wasn't hard. There was only 2 of them after all. Okay, and there's something... Ah, camping supplies. Oh, but we are full of them. Oh, okay. Actually, have we used... Yeah, we have used a Stalwart Surge in that last challenging fight. And I think we used... Yes, we also used Heart of the Storm. Have we used any other once per rest abilities? No, we haven't. But yeah, I might as well take a rest here, I guess. Yeah, we are full and we got 6 camper supplies, so might as well, so we get those once per rest abilities back. Received the missive from Fate by the Miotis. How did we get the missive all the way to the Oldwalls down here? How did the bird get in here? Well, let's read it regardless. It's just game logic. Archon Brahana. Oh, she's calling us Archon now. Allow me to address you by such a title before it becomes fashionable to do. I pride myself as a woman who stays ahead of the trends. Okay. Why Kairos might some but allows others to exist is a question we all ponder. The Overlord can certainly appear arbitrary, and if I have learned anything, that's the point. Kairos is intentionally aloof and distant, both for matters of personal security and because if you had to wrangle the most powerful entities of Terratus, you would need to keep them from getting too comfortable. To me, the most obvious answer is that Kairos knows exactly what you are doing. She probably approves of your actions and is likely working at every opportunity to create a situation wherein you are acting in your own self-interest while satisfying her ambitions as well. You have to consider one important detail. There is nowhere left in Terratus to conquer now that the Tears are in the Overlord's grasp. What would the great generals even do in a time of peace? The voice of Nurod is barely tolerable when you have need of a spy master. Why keep around such a monster when you no longer have need of such a gruesome weapon? I would argue it is in Kairos' interest that the Tears be a costly invasion that claims the lives of as many of the Archons as possible. Not enough meat on the Tears to keep too many sharks sated very long. Kairos ordered everyone to take Ascension Hall or die. The or die must have been an acceptable option, correct? If I had to hazard a guess, I would say you have the unspoken backing of the Overlord. It's not like Bloody Mark can find you whenever he wants. Me of this. Alright, and we can't send any more replies. Okie dokie, very interesting stuff. And here we have another chronicle left behind by Sage Lexeme, I think was her name. Take a chronicle. Take the chronicle so Lantry may study it further. Well. Okay, so what is this chronicle about, Lantry? Found another one. This should be enlightening. Lantry smiles victoriously as he hefts a weighty parchment tome. Festivities of the Tears. Subtitle: A Survey of Social Days. I don't know about you, but I'm excited already. Well, this doesn't really sound very exciting to me. Drafting of the field stories. Some rather ribald marriage bed anecdotes. Okay. Okay. A study of regional variations in tidal retreat celebrations, and more tournament reports than one might ever wish to read. Okay. So far nothing too interesting. It's all very fascinating to a historian like me, but I'm sure this is of a little interest to you. Well, yeah. We can move on. Lantry taps at the cover of the tome, his face lost in thought. Maybe it's worth reading a bit more. All this effort to stash old almanacs? Are you sure there's nothing else in those pages? Yeah, let's ask Wes. Well, let's take a closer look, shall we? Yes, please. The old man scours the pages, his eyes darting about the text with zeal. Some of these pages are missing, but not like I expected these would all be pristine. It's pages of Tearsman cultural studies. Doubt you would find any of this intriguing. Remain silent. Festival of Nurod? Since when was... Oh, since 419. Since 419? Well, why is this the first I'm hearing of this Tears-wide celebration? Are we talking... Festival of Nurod. Is that a reference to Voices of Nurod? He flips through the remaining pages, his eyes rapidly scanning the text with a series of grimaces and grumbles. A festival to Nurod 10 years before the conquest? Seems unlikely. Your chronicle doesn't sound all that reliable. Well, what does it say about this festival of Nurod? You know what? Yeah, I'm curious too. What is this festival about? Let's see. Group melees, feats of strength, a drunken feast. If you ask me, it sounds like Midsummer as the Apex folk celebrated, only with chorus details. Things Nurod would like, or the subset of things he would like that won't permanently scar children. Both Graven Ash and Nurod have spent decades readying for this war, but if there had been recruiting festivals in the Tears as far back as 419, that's... How is this the first I'm hearing of it? A festival to Nurod 10 years before the conquest seems unlikely. Well, how long have you been spying for Nurod? I bet it's been since before 419. Wait, what? How long have you been spying for Nurod? This is a bit odd question. Comes out of nowhere if you ask me. Your chronicle doesn't sound at all that reliable. Well, I guess it seems unlikely, I don't know. Unlikely? Pardon my ardent speak, but it's fucking absurd. Okay. This isn't accurate. Why would someone... Lantry drops his hand into his palm, letting out a muted, raspy groan. I think the why is obvious. This creates a pretense that Tearsmen have been worshipping or loyal to the Archon of Secrets voluntarily before the war. You could correct the record. I guess we go with the more interesting option here. Purpose. The only purpose the Chronicle serves is the retelling of it all. It is a cardinal sin of our craft to modify the telling, regardless of purpose. Seems obvious that Lexeme wanted me to find a record of the sages and Tearsmen accepting the Chorus and by extension Kairos. Most of these chronicles will be lost in this war. Historical accuracy seems unattainable. Do you think it's ever acceptable to lie to save lives? This chronicle seems an attempt at just that. If it troubles you so much, fix it. Yeah, I think that this option is more like my character. If it troubles you so much, then fix it. I could and I will. I'll make a note to return to this. Until I know why this was edited as such, I would just assume not tamper further. Well, you do you. No doubt there is still more to be found down here. Lead the way. Okie dokie. That was... Oh wait, there was still the camping supplies. Yeah. Now we have seen everything over here. The last fight with Jasper's men also made me wonder that how tough the future encounters are going to be. I don't mind the challenge, but it also kind of makes me a little bit nervous, not gonna lie. Okay, have we... Okay, we have been here, but we haven't actually gone here. There's some more slipless ones, but those guys... Why are they not hostile? Well, I guess they are hostile once we get up here, but now it doesn't look like it. Or maybe it's because we can't get to them from here. That could be it. Okay, can we open this? Oh wait, there's a button here.
I got it.
I don't see any Bane prisons here, so... Well, there's Bane over there.
Smells strange.
What's this? Creep in dusk. Minus 50% perception distance for 60 seconds, plus 35 subterfuge for 60 seconds. Okay. So basically this potion would decrease our line of sight, hence the perception distance minus 50%, but increase our subterfuge for 60 seconds. This potion is kind of weird to me. Let's just put it to inventory. Now,
sorry,
what do we have
I can't.
Here? Well, we got a ruby. Alright. Alright. Well, I highly doubt that this fight is gonna be that tough, so let's just go in. Well, no, it's not. Especially when there's only 3 of them. Oh, there's a corpse. Berhana will go for the malice, and Kills in Shadow, you take care of these Scourge one by one. Buff her, and you stun one of the Scourge.
Pile in our weight.
Oh, come on, Berhana. Come here. Stun that. Weaken this. Oh, come on, stop covering like that.
Oh, I had an iron ring for every dumbass mistake alive.
Okay. Kills in Shadow, come here and spill this Scourge's guts. And make it stop attacking Ebb. You throw pens.
I'm good, always I'm doing this.
Oh shit. She's getting damaged quite a bit.
Strike!
And didn't you buff Kills in Shadow? Heal her. And why aren't we doing anything here? Actually, give some flames to your weapon. As for you, this was life leech, yeah.
Nothing.
Good. One of them is dead. Swipe this. A pen. And throw that. And stun it. There we go. Then the malice.
Felt nothing. Felt nothing.
Now that was actually pretty damn close.
Hurts bad.
Consider it done.
There we go. A little bit of healing before
On it.
the combat ends. Now what do we have here? Oh! Jade's torch key. Nice. Return to the abyss. Okay, good to know. We'll go there once we have explored everything over here.
Can't do that.
And then we have to use Jade's here. Yep. Then we press this button. And there's another Bane prison there, but I expect only 2 or 3 to come out of there. There's not that much room here to have like 4 or 5 of them to come out of there. Yeah, only 2 Scourge. Now let's use, this is once per encounter, yeah, let's use that combo ability here, why not? You stun that. Armor up.
Ripping with claws.
Throw some pens and we stun this one here. Weaken it.
Time to kill. Touch Beastwoman again. Lose.
Come on, kill it. There we go. Spill its guts. Nice. Easy peasy. Now, what do we have here? Nothing too interesting. That was all from here. Now there should also be a way to activate this button here, or maybe this button. Can we use the Yadis? Yes, we can. Now we can get up there. I think there were a couple or a few sleepless ones, so I'm gonna save at this point, just in case. Okay, let's go. Alright, this might be tough. Juggernaut, Scout, Skirmisher. I don't think I need to worry about these Wisps and Scourge too much. Well, actually I do want to take the Scourge out as fast as possible because they have that AoE thing that hurts a lot. So let's take that one out. You go and face that Juggernaut. Buff us, and you stun this. Oh, forgot. Wow, god damn it. Kill Shadow, try to come here, and you attack the Juggernaut, please. Okay, give a seal to her. A swipe. This was once per rest, I'm don't want to use that. Mother's Breath could work here.
I'll take care of it.
Come on. Give the seal. There we go. But she's still kind of screwed. Drink that. And buff her. I should weaken the enemies, I think. Not sure if I can terrify Scourge, but at least a Juggernaut, maybe. Well, let's do it. At least they should have harder time to hit us. Give us more damage. And the Scourge is over there. Well, attack the Wisp then. Let's cast Mother's Embrace on that Wisp, and then we kill it, and then it spreads. Hopefully. Heal her.
To kill!
Let's see. Throw some pens, and you... What did this do again? I use that. Can't use potions quite yet. Shit. Yeah, I think that Kills in Shadow is gonna go down. Yeah, she went down. Just before we killed the damn Wisp too. That's not good. Throw a pen at that. Sunder this. Damn, that hurt. Yeah, it was this scout here. Buff me.
Sorry, I can't.
There we go. Trust. Seal to myself. Revive Kills in Shadow. Except that you can't because these bastards are in the way apparently. Okay, come here please. Heal yourself and let's knock these a-holes out of the way. Stun the Juggernaut. The Scourge died at least, that's good. Now killing this Wisp should be easy. There, and give yourself some more damage.
Too much.
The Mother's Embrace has spread. Shit. Disappear. Disappear.
Where did all...
God damn it, that was so fucking close. Almost saved Lantry there. But I think we got this, folks. I think we got this. I think that Brihana can easily take these two down. Interrupt this one, I guess.
Blood cup.
You called.
There, and Mother's Embrace on this one. Ebb is gonna go down. Well, I'm gonna rest after this anyway, so do that
Await
quickly.
my signal.
Hit the signal already. Well, god damn it! Combo interrupted. Yeah, I didn't do very well with tanking because these guys kept focusing on my my other guys. That went terribly. Come on, kill that. Kill that Juggernaut already. Come on, kill it. Okay, stun it.
Sorry, I can't.
Of course you can. What's that? Disarm. Well, that's great.
Die already.
Indeed, die already, please. Oh, we are disarmed. Come on, get your weapon already. Stun them.
I'm injured.
There. Now, please kill this.
Will do.
You're so damn slow. Good. But we are still... use the Warrior's Respite. There. Stun this.
I got it. Take that!
Yeah, Brihana can kill these guys easily. Thank God for that, whatever that talent's name was. The one that heals our guys whenever we kill them. And Warrior's Respite also saved us here.
Right. Right.
And that couple. Okay. There we go. But yeah, that fight went terribly. That fight went terribly. If only Brahana could had the same kind of active AoE taunt ability like Barrick has, then this fight would have been a lot easier. I mean, sure we have this, but this is passive, and we get this pulse rate every 6 seconds. But either the radius is not very big, or I just positioned my characters terribly. And all we got was this broken armor. Nice. Well, okay, never mind. We got something decent. -1 armor, +7 cross and frost damage, but minus a fire and arcane armor, which is terrible at least against the Bane. Well, of course we pick it up regardless.
I got it.
I guess I need some traps.
Found something.
Yep.
Taste own blood on tongue.
There we go. You disarmed them by smacking them. Or smacking the air. Can I reach that? Nice. But something tells me that there's
Seep into shadow.
there's some Bane there. Yes, there is. And some sleepless ones too. A Reaver. Okay.
Will
No.
do.
Is there any other places where I haven't been yet? There's some loot over there. Unless I don't think we have been to that teleporter yet. I don't think. Okay, but we have to rest anyway. Okay, might as well go here since we are here. Actually, yeah, there's quite a few guys there. Kinda afraid to go in. Ah, fuck it, let's go. But I'm gonna save before that. Alright, let's see how this goes.
You're dead.
I want to get rid of that malice as soon as possible. And this time, I think I'm gonna keep my guys up. I'm close to Berhana. Let them come to us. Go and stun the Reaver here. You go and weaken the Scourge. Give us some armor and more damage. You stun the Scourge. There, and then let's spread some Mother's Embrace. And you increase our damage. Give kills in shadow as seal. Then buff her immediately.
Feeling so great.
Strong strike. Good.
Not
We are suffering a lot of damage too.
feeling so great.
There, you did that. Good. I think I'm gonna use Warrior's Respite right now. Who is the weakest right now? This one. Throw some pens at the Reaver. And Hugh. Attack that Scourge and swipe all these three. Oh, we are suffering a lot there. But we should be fine now. We deal less damage, but at least we are regenerating lots of health. And throw a pen at that. Concussive bolt on this.
I can't do that.
Come on, I want that. I want this Reaver to die. Pit. Sunder.
Right. Get back here!
Okay, he's dead. Good. Well, let's attack this Scourge here, I think. Life Leech on that. Buff kills in shadow. Give you a seal.
Consider it done.
You're giving the seal, right? Yeah, he is, but he's been slow for some reason. Do that, and... what did this do again? Oh yeah, okay. And interrupt. Stun that. Lantry is getting pounded very hard. Do that, and... push this Scourge away. Well, that didn't... that push didn't work for some reason. You have... no, you don't have potions. I think you should disappear. This skirmisher is focusing on you, I think. Give yourself some fire damage, I think. And kill the Scourge.
I feel...
God damn it! These motherfucking malice. I actually forgot that the malice existed. Now this is not very ideal. Okay, so let's spread some Mother's Embrace on this wisp here. Or should we use this? We might have to do this just in case. There we go. Now we are an ultimate badass. Let's focus on... let's kill this skirmisher first, while Ebb is still alive. Should we use this? Well, we're gonna rest anyway after this, so fuck it.
Good work!
Please. That looks cool. Mother's Embrace.
By your...
Attack the Scout.
Right.
I'm terrible at this. How?
I can't move!
Who can't move? Oh, we are disarmed. Ebb is actually surviving just fine. I guess it's because they're focusing on me, which is the idea with this character anyway. But stun the malice. God damn it, that missed. Or just failed, but that guy is healing himself now. Phantom Bolt that, and hopefully that kills it.
Yes, what was it?
There we go. Only the malice left. Yeah, we got this. This fight was rather poor too, I must admit. Sunder. Then we use Trust. Come on. That did it. Really clumsy fights in this episode. Really clumsy. Did they even drop anything? Jasper. So no,
Yes.
they didn't. Oh, is that a map of some sort? Another... what were they called? Was it mural, the word? Iron-rich helm. So we would get more armor, less recovery, which is fine. Minus 6% deflection, I don't like the sound of that. Well, let's take a look at what it looks like anyway. Well, it doesn't really look like much now, does it? Look at that, fuck yes. This looks badass as always, but I kinda like our hair, so I'm gonna take it off. Now, what is this about? Let's see. Lots of different colored, well, things. They don't exactly look like human. Some of them seem to have tails and horns and all that shit. But when they enter here, which I assume is the Oldwalls where we're in right now, they turn to the same color for some reason. Oldwalls mural. An ancient mural is painted onto the wall. Well, let's examine it. The pristine, meticulously ordered stretch of Oldwalls masonry is dramatically interrupted by an intricate mural, painted across the brick wall with primitive pigments. A crude maze of orderly tunnels and simple right angles is depicted, and small, indistinctly drawn humanoid figures populated varied and winding corridors. In the gloom, it's difficult to make out the precise details at the top of the mural, which stretches above even a Beastwoman's height. Perhaps you are too sober to see it, but one could see this is a cross-section of the Oldwalls. More artistic image than map, but it seems probable. There's a plethora of detail packed into the art of these walls. On these walls even. A more thorough examination will likely produce additional information. Examine the upper section of the mural. The upper reaches of the painting aren't well illuminated by the otherworldly lights in the chamber. You'll have to find a way to gain some elevation to make out its details. Climb the wall? Well, let's do it. Or stand atop a companion's shoulders. Well, actually, I think that someone else should step onto our shoulders because we are strong. Like Lantry or Ebb could climb our shoulder, but nah, let's just climb. The brickwork of the Oldwalls is impressively meticulous, leaving little in the way of gaps between each smooth-surfaced block. With some difficulty, you find the outliers in the precise masonry and find your handholds. It takes you a few minutes to slowly work your way up for a better look of the mural. Now at the top, you can clearly see a large break at the top of the depicted maze. A plethora of the humanoid figures swarm the top, with a few trickling down into the maze below. These humanoid shapes come in a variety of shapes and colors, some noticeably larger than others. The details on these figures are difficult to decipher though you are able to spot some sharp talons, and a few that appear to have a tail, horns and some other extra appendage. Is that how you say it? Appendage? Well, whatever. Some of them sound like beastmen, at least more like beastmen rather than humans. But then again, have we seen any beastmen or beastwomen with tails or horns? I don't think we have. Anyway, as you begin your slow descent to the chamber's floor, you explain the details to your followers. So people enter this maze from the top. Perhaps the spire is how people came into the Oldwalls. I mean, your spire is capable of teleporting. What's to stop it from porting someone downwards? Yeah, that makes sense. Observe the mural's main section. The corridors and passageways depicted in the midsection are filled with humanoid figures. While chipped paint and weathering causes some superficial differences, the figures appear otherwise uniform in size, shape and color. The figures high atop the mural appear of different styles and colors, but you would need to move in for a closer look to glean the subtleties. Yeah, we have already done that. Is old tribe prowling Oldwalls? No pain in paint wall. Maybe tribe of very old keep deep dark free of scourge beasts. Yeah, that's possible. Look at the mural's lower section. Along the lower edge of the mural, on what would amount to the floor or bottom of the maze, you spot traces of faded paint, not visible from a distance. Tiny bone-white hashes of skulls and skeletons are intermixed with the masonry of the bottom edge. Skeletons and... Well, it did say that we can't see them from the distance, so I guess I can't see them. A chilling detail. Is this to imply the dead were buried down below, or down below was built with the bones of the dead? I doubt it's that literal. Yeah, I don't think so either, Andrew. I don't think so. The mural is complicated and layered, but has likely received as comprehensive an examination as is possible for the moment. Okay. Paint wall is proclamation of the tribe Rome in Oldwalls, or tribe cage in Oldwalls. Kills in shadow doesn't know. Maybe Alpha knows. Well, I don't know shit. Your guess is just as good as mine. The Oldwalls once had many people, maybe different races and tribes, but only one of them survived. Personally, I don't really think that it's this one. The Oldwalls inhabitants were slowly delving deeper and deeper and unearthed some sort of doom. This mural is utterly devoid of Bane. Perhaps it's hinting at what triggered their arrival. I think it's prisoner art. If I were trapped here, I would paint something like this too. Not sure it means anything. Glare silently. I'm not sure what it all means. Enough speculation. Let's move on. I would pick this option just because I believe that that's what my character would say. But at the same time, I kind of want to pick at least some of these other options here to hear what the others have to say. I think it's prisoner art. If I were trapped here, I would paint something like this too. Not sure if it means anything. I could maybe pick. She could also say this, I guess. You know what, screw it. I'm not sure what it all means. Enough speculation, let's move on. Let's just keep to the character. Ashton turns away from the mural, kills in shadow, sniffs at the ancient stone, and paints a few more times before turning to following your lead. Okay, and we have already picked that. Okay. We can press this button. I have to rest again.
Can't do that.
And I can see those traps.
Found something.
Good. And kills in shadow you. Go on ahead. Aha, there's a teleport. Couple of corpses. Scarlet Chorus corpses, so I guess that these are Wagstaff's men. There's only 2 scourges, so I think that we should be fine. Let's go. Oh, there's a wisp. Well, it's still just 3. Attack one of them. I should try to attack with kills in shadow from stealth more often. That would actually be handy. Start that. Armor up.
Pray, it's hard.
See that? I'm not entirely useless.
Get back here!
Yeah, easy peasy.
Lose more than 5 fingers.
There we go.
Pray, it's hard.
Now, what do these have? Another torch key or something? Fractured Depths Keystone. This keystone can be used to activate the teleporters within the Bastard to Wound Oldwalls. Okay. Minus 3 armor, but plus 6 deflection, more recovery, and some disengagement defense, which is kind of useless for us, I think. Yeah, I don't think that getting 6% more deflection is worth losing at 3 armor. This could be good for Burst, though. Use this here, I take it. No. Keystone. Okay, now this teleporter works. What did this do exactly? Did it help us activate this teleporter here or something? I don't know. But before we go there, I want to check out this place. I'm not sure if we have actually tried to activate this teleporter here in the last episode. Or if we did try, well, we couldn't do it because we didn't have this green torch key. So now we have to go back to the abyss. And did we get a level? With all of the torch keys in hand, return to the abyss to open the path to Rift-Talon. Aha, so we can actually encounter her this time, in this episode. I was just wondering why this is glowing. I don't know. Oh, there's a sleepless. Well, she is alone, so... Did we talk to her? We did talk to some sleepless one in the last episode, I think, but I don't think it was this one. And now this teleporter works too. So, who were you again? This disheveled, another weird word, another disheveled looking woman sways unsteadily upon her feet. Her clothes are tattered, her limbs lined with a plethora of bruises and cuts. Through half-closed eyes, she watches the unnatural glow of a magic light and smiles. Any reason you are staring at that lamp? She furrows her brow, struggling for a few moments to find a reply. We are in love, can't you tell? Sorry, I asked. How did you get here? She slowly peels her eyes from the light and mutters an inaudible answer. Noting your confused expression, she points impatiently towards the teleporter behind her. Well, that's activated now. Do you have the keystone for the teleporter? Well, that's kind of a dumb question because we already have it. Now let's just leave. What was this about? Ah, okay. A little shortcut. What about here, though? We can't reach there. There's no beacons or buttons that we can press. Although, can we use these others? Did it activate this button here? I bet that if we could activate this button, it would raise this bridge. Okay, whatever. There must be another way to get to that side. Okay, there must be another mural here. That looks a bit more, well, sinister. Large hand marks. I wonder if they were made by a Beastwoman like Rift-Talon. Okay, well, let's rest first. There we go. Now, let's see, where does this teleporter lead us? Oh yeah, it just has a map like that. Okay.
Right.
Is this the same thing? Just wanted to double check. There's no other places where we haven't been, is there? At least I can't... Yeah, I think we have explored everywhere except here. We may need another keystone or something in order to activate this button here by using this beacon. Okay, is this the same thing? Entire party. What are you...
Keep eyes and ears open.
What are you doing there? Kills in shadow, you... Oh, you are so silly. Okay, so come here. Now, where does this lead? Okay, it brought us here. This is the fractured depths. There must be a camping supply there or something. Otherwise, we would have picked up whatever loot there is. At least according to the map, there's some loot. Okay, but we have explored this entire area as well, I think. Yeah. Run faster. Please tell me that there's... yes, camping supplies. Fuck yes. Okay, good. Now, where was the teleporter again? Here. Actually, let's go here instead. Let's try to find a teleporter which we can use to get to the abyss. Let's see if we can use this one for that. Yup. Oh wait, I just wanted to check one thing. Oh yeah, the icon is a bit different. If we have this compass icon, then it brings the map. Okay. Okay, so to the abyss we go. Okay, so here we use the Jadis torch key. Now find Rift-Talon. Let's go, but Hey, that's Lexeme. Holy crap, it's Lexeme. Okay, nice. Before we go and talk to Lexeme, I'm gonna save real quick. Okay, let's go and talk to the mysterious Sage L, aka Lexeme. What? No, it was 4 days ago. 8? That's absurd. Arguing with a perceived interlocutor, god damn this word sometimes, or perhaps herself, the old sage mutters with her attention jumping from left hand to right as she banters. Then we should retrace our steps. As you approach, the sage turns towards you, her face a calm and tranquil smile. Oh, darling, having trouble sleeping too? It really is you. At first I didn't want to believe, but then, eyes wide with surprise, Lantry ambles forward, seemingly uncertain of what he's experiencing. That voice. Lexeme looks around, her glance starting in every direction but Lantry's. Mel, what happened to you? How long has it been? Your youth, where did it go? You're supposed to outlive me, not the other way around. And I also just realized that we have the same hairstyle. Nice. I like her already because of that. No, not Mel. Lantry's eyes fall to the ground, his face awash in defeat. It's me, Lantry. Don't you remember? Sage Lexeme, I presume. Lantry has told me almost nothing about you. Really? Because Lantry has told us quite a bit about her, I think. Like how they used to be lovers and such. I assume she used to be more coherent and focused. Or we could just remain silent. That would not be a terrible option too. Let's say this. I assume she used to be more coherent and focused. Most certainly yes. Sharper than any quill of mine, that's for sure. I thought I was supposed to be the absent-minded one. This is distressing to say the least. The sage rubs her temple with a pained smile. Sorry, my mind feels all fog. No lightning. It's all in here. Just tired of being tired. All I need is a little sleep. A little shut-eye and it will all make sense. Okay, I'm Brihanna. I believe you contacted me regarding a legal matter. Mel sent me. I'm Brihanna and I'm here to find Rift-Talon. Yeah, we can leave the legal matters for later. Actually, my character doesn't really care about that too much at this point. Step back, let Lantry talk to her. You seem unwell. Yeah, Mel sent me. I'm Brihanna, and I'm here to find Rift-Talon. Mel! The name squeaks out of her with a gasp as her body becomes rigid, her face livid with focus. Mel sent you? Then he's still alive, and the wound has not gone to entirely to ruin just yet. Well, no, not yet. Having experienced the sleepless touch of Rift-Talon, I'm certain she used her fledgling magic to heal. She just did not know, nor could have known, the cause of her actions. Rift-Talon is an anomaly. She has the power of Beastwoman mystic, but she was improbably trained. She claimed being here, in these Oldwalls, strengthened her connection with the arcane, and I suspect it is a case of too much power in unskilled hands. I spotted Rift-Talon examining the carvings down here. Maybe you have seen them. They look like primitive murals. Oh yeah, we have run into a couple of them. My operating hypothesis is that this place has strengthened her magic, just as a spell is cast with more force near a spire. I think this place makes Rift-Talon's latent spark of mysticism into something substantial. I will seek her out. So what can be done to help her? Where is Rift-Talon? Tell me about these murals. What do you know about Rift-Talon's magic? So, well, where is Rift-Talon? She sealed herself in a nearby chamber. Many sleepless have come down here, some to worship, some with hostile intent, most looking for answers. But I think we sleepless only serve to remind Rift-Talon of what went down. So, can we do anything to help her? Above all, Rift-Talon values the people of the wound, and so her grief over harming them, even accidentally, is overwhelming. I think she needs insight into her own magical prowess and reassurances that she can prevent making others sick with her magic. If she weren't afraid of her own powers, she might realize the wound needs her. But she's just a bone wall of muscle, so even helping her come to terms with her magic might not be enough. Beastwoman respects strength, and she may just need someone to knock sense in her, like Kelsyn Shadow for example. But ideally, better to help her come to terms with this power of hers, if possible. Okay, well, can you tell me anything about these murals? There's a few of them down here. Each of them appear to be very old and made by claw and rock, not hand and paintbrush. I have spotted Rift-Talon examining them, and while that proves only correlation, not causation, it does make me wonder. It's a bit of a leap, I realize, but the way you and I have scrolls and letters, perhaps beastmen can write symbols and share magic with each other, is ways beyond our ken. She shrugs, a sad smile stretching across her face. It is the best hypothesis I have. I mean, what's the alternative? She learned her magic from listening to the Bane? That's a horrifying thought. Okay, well, what do you know about Rift-Talon's magic? Not enough. She didn't mention being a mystic when we first got acquainted here in Bastard's Wound. Which was odd. Beastwomen tend to boast of such things. Rift-Talon must fear for constant challengers. Why hide such power? We must have been here for a span or two when someone got hurt and Rift-Talon calmly offered to help. She placed her hand on someone's broken leg and, to everyone's amazement, it just mended. I was amazed, but I had seen Beastwoman mystics before, and so, foolishly, I just didn't think to ask more questions. She used this healing trick several more times before we realized the long-term harm of her curative magic. For me, it's odd that she signed her magic so quickly. I couldn't even see what archon she was channeling, nor would she ever tell me. Well, okay, I guess we'll seek her out. And we have received tons of torch key. Excellent, take this keystone. It should grant you access to the room to the east where I last saw her. Speak with her, show her patience, and see if you can't glean something from those old murals. Rift-Talon was a great shepherd to the Bastard's Wound. If she could be cured of her agony, she could once again be a great leader to our enclave. Alright, so I guess we use this new torch key here. Find Rift-Talon, yep. Oh, but we can pick up this. Iron dagger. Could be good for verse, but not really to anyone else. Now, which way? Here or here? Wait, why can't we... And there we go. Okay, this looks like an interesting room, so let's check this place first. More sleepless. Are these hostile? Elian. I guess these are not hostile. So, hello? Another one? But you seem so well rested. The tranquil woman's empty expression shifts to a pained smile. You'll adapt in time. She stares at you in wide-eyed silence. So, what are you doing here? Do you not also hear the call? We seek Rift-Talon. Her eyes fall to the floor. She does not wish to be sought. Yeah, okay. Well, what can you tell me about Lexeme? Lexeme? Lexeme. That name is something from an old dream. I'm sorry, I once knew, but it's also distant now. And Rift-Talon? She did this to us. Her comment is calmly devoid of accusation or judgment. Have we been called to glory? Marked for culling? We just want answers. Then perhaps we could find sleep. Right. Let's pick up all this stuff. Another dagger. Sorry dude, I'm gonna pick up all this stuff. And what's behind this door? Ah, okay. These guys look a bit... Oh, there's Rift-Talon. Okay, she was here. I thought she was going to be somewhere over here. Well, let's not go there just yet. Okay, these guys are not hostile to us, at least for now. Yeah, smack that trap.
Smells strange.
Yeah, traps tend to smell strange, I know.
Found something.
And there's another sleepless one, or maybe a Bane. No, just sleepless ones. What's that? Star Smite Staff. Okay, nothing too interesting. And nothing here. Okay, and then we can open this. What treasures do we have here? Well, there seem to be 2 Bane prisons. Okay, I'm gonna save again at this point, just in case. Okay, what do we have here? Just a scroll and a turquoise, nothing interesting. What a lame treasure you were guarding. Do that, and this is one. Oh no, it has 22 second cooldown. Okay, use that. Attack this scourge here. Buff us. Okay, that knockback worked. Draw some pens. And I don't know, stuff.
Whatever you need.
Shadow Hunter is best.
Yeah, that's dead. Good. Spill that one's guts. Sunder.
Beastwoman.
Do that. Do that.
Bring ride for Beastwoman.
Yeah, easy peasy. There we go. Well,
Right.
this was a lame room, I'm not gonna lie. They didn't even drop anything. That's lame. What about this door? We can't activate this button though. Okay, well let's go here then. And we haven't been able to go to these rooms. Actually, let's go there. Let's check out these rooms. Yeah, I'm delaying our progress here, I know, but I really want to check out these rooms and see if there's any legendary epic loot in there. Oh, campus supplies. I could use some campus supplies too. Potion of Arrival. Well, that's 1 wound removed. That's nice too. I guess we could give it to you, my dear. And then we kill these guys quickly. Stun this one. Throw pens. Stun that. Weaken this. Well, it's about to die actually.
Wait, I did that? Nice!
There we go. And what's over here? There's
Right.
something glowing here. Iron Qatar, nice. First could use it. Oh, it's another Chronicle. Okay, what do we have here? Another find. No matter how old I get, the smell of found parchment never ceases to get me going. Almanac of Auxillary 420 through 422. If grain yields turn you on, I have some steamy reading for you. Minutes from the Argent Peace Accords of 419. A snore even by my standards. What else? And then there is... Oh, back to Auxillary, years 423 through 426 and... Well, that's odd. Lantry falls silent, absorbed in reading. Something not right? My memory, it seems. But this is the very reason we write the Chronicle, parchment, cared for properly, outlives recollection. This seems wrong. Read here. Lantry tilts the tome toward you, pointing to a passage of text that has his attention. See this page? Well, maybe don't bother with the whole thing. It's rather dense. But here's something fascinating. It's about House Varia and House Pelox having a two-span war over who owns some portion of what's now the southwestern Stone Sea. Notice something unusual? Captain Pelox turned to his troops, folks raised high. Let us praise Queen Alanta for this bounty on our eve of battle, and though we slaughter 2 goats in her name, let us slaughter 3 in reverence of Craven Ash, Archon of War. Oh, well that's interesting. Let us become that which we fear, invincible, indefatigable, indivisible. Indivisible, okay. While numerous Tearsmen have claimed a lifelong fixation with Craven Ash, you have only ever heard a Tearsman speak such things when they are bowed before you, desperate to evade execution or conscription. While it's possible that well-connected Tearsmen knew of the Archon prior to the war, a noble invoking his name in a pre-battle speech is highly improbable. Forgive me, what exactly is the problem here? So 2 tribes of Tearsmen have a fight and they invoke Craven Ash's name before the fight? That seems in error. If the problem is that you said something on this page was fascinating, then yes, even bit of this is dreadfully boring. Now let's say this. So 2 tribes of Tearsmen have a fight and they invoke Craven Ash's name before the fight. That seems in error. Exactly. That feud happened by many accounts. But the way it's described here? Nonsense. Tearsmen calling on Craven Ash for favor before a battle? Come on now, that never would have happened. Some fools around here didn't even bother to learn the name of the fearsome general waiting across the isthmus to invade. The Chronicle is supposed to be the accurate record of all things, right? Are you doubting the Chronicle? Lore, can you tell when this was written? Was it penned back then or is it more recent? It seems worth asking if possibly the Chronicle is correct and you are wrong. You could correct your record. Well, let's use the lore option. Oh, a good question to ask. With a throw of the hand, he produces a dry quill and scrapes at the ink written along the Chronicle margins. Minimal flaking for dark umber ink. Probably not more than a few years old. Not encouraging. Well, you could correct the record. I'm starting to think that's maybe for the best, given what we have been seeing. Lantry reaches for a quill before thinking twice. But not here. Maybe when we are back at the spire. Well, you do you. That's enough rumination for now. Let's be on our way. With any luck, we may find more of these Chronicle fragments. Speaking about that, how many we still have to find? I think there were 5 in total. We have already found 1 before we came down here. And then we have found 2 others in this episode. So we have found 3 in total, so that makes 2 more. I think. The moment I... The crystal in the beacon is not responding to torch keys from these Oldwalls. What? Still not? You gotta be kidding me. Well, fine, be like that. I did not miss any buttons or anything else here. No. Okay, well, let's go here and see what's over here. There's a teleporter there. But what is this? Hi, Lexeme. Now, what do we have here? Oh!
Why it's not trying to kill us? Let's not stick around to find out.
The heck is that? The undulating coils of luminous energy atop this platform seem curiously at peace for a Bane. Okay. No, that's some Lovecraftian old god shit right there. And I love it. More teleporters. Okay. So I guess we can't do anything here right now. I guess we just have to go and talk to Rift-Talon. And then I think I'm gonna end the episode there. That sounds like a good plan to me. But I think I'm gonna save one more time, just in case. You never know if I say something stupid and then these guys become hostile and then I'm have to fight and shit, so... Just a moment. Okay, now. Hello, Rift-Talon. The Beastwoman waits by the dust-caked altar, head bent downward in contemplation. A deep, gravely rumble emanates from her chest as you cross the chamber's threshold. With a loud shove, she turns to face you. A fierce pair of ice-blue eyes watch you with murderous intensity. Claws stuck into the stone floor, Kills in shadow bristles her fear. Prima of Wound tribe is impressive. Not as impressive as Kills in Shadows, but mighty all the same. Stalkers and hunters, Bane and mystics, all come to spill Rift-Talon's lifeblood. Beastwoman must climb deep, paw where lights do not follow. She watches you intently, her ice-blue eyes piercing the chamber's shadow. She places her knuckles upon the cold stone floor, muscles coiled menacingly. Fatebinder creeps to Beastwoman's den, bathed in blood of wound warriors. Why should Rift-Talon speak with human? I'm here to help you, we can bring an end to the sleepless. I just want to ask some questions and determine whether or not you are a threat to Bastion's wound. We don't really care about the Bastion's wound safety too much. You're a threat, one I can't allow to lurk within these ruins. Well, I'm here to help, I guess. We can bring an end to the sleepless. Human is arrogant, speaks of sleepless like rival clan, as if simple blood right can tame dreamless wanderers. Does Fatebinder not realize that poison within Rift-Talon gives birth to sleepless? Well, yeah, we know that already, but... Why does Fatebinder think Rift-Talon skulks in deep dark pit? Beastwoman does not fear hunters, does not fear scourge beasts, only fears poison inside Rift-Talon. In Oldwalls hollow, Beastwoman cannot steal dreams of clanmates. Wound tribe is safe, with Rift-Talon forgotten in wretched deep. Why fling the wound? You could have simply stopped using your magic. How did you come to find the wound? I want to know more about your healing abilities. Tell me of the sleepless. It's time for you to return to the wound, in one form or another. Why flee the wound? Too dangerous. What if Rift-Talon's milk sickens cups? What if blood corrodes tinker tools? No. Too much to lose. Rift-Talon will take no chances, will stay confined to depths. Can you be sure that your powers won't manifest in a new way that harms the settlers even from here? What do you hope to gain from hiding here? So you are content to let Jaspers and Wagstaff lead your tribe? Would Hope, Ocean Mystic and Stonecutter choke on own hatreds? Rift-Talon is no longer Prima, so must not cannot be concerned by such matters. So, can you be sure that your powers won't manifest in a new way that harms the settlers even from here? Beastwoman did not envision this. Rift-Talon's hackles rise in alarm. Fatebinder speaks of possible truth. Sleepless poison is created by mending touch. What if some corruption grows stronger and spreads from afar? She glances down at the leathery patch of her palm. Perhaps Rift-Talon has been cursed for trespassing where human Prima called Kairos forbids. So what do you hope to gain from hiding here? Not hiding. I'm serving others. I'm saving others, not serving others. Her breath clouds the cool air, her words sharp and prideful. Rift-Talon could not let corrupting power harm kin and kith. Left home then, but did not abandon tribe. Did not run and hide, but does not know what will solve problem. Well, let me ask you something else. She watches you cautiously, silently awaiting your next words. How did you come to find the wound? For a moment her eyes grow distant and shed their intensity. Rift-Talon has lived 4 lives. First life was free Mantaboard in islands near human lands called Stalwart. Second life was a slave. She shuffles and banishes the thought of with a shake of her head. Third life was Prima to Wound Tribe, and now Rift-Talon lives 4th life as wretched outcast, skulking in deep pits of Oldwalls. Well, yeah, but that doesn't really answer to our question. I don't really care to ask too much about her past. Tell me about your time in slavery. How did you come to lead the Wound, even if briefly? Did not come to Wound to be Prima, but once arrived, Rift-Talon was only proper answer. Was best at hunting new prey. Showed kin and kith how to slink through deep dark, how to hold ground against scourged beasts. All beasts bow to Rift-Talon. Once, Wound Clan gathered to discuss Scourge hunting Oldwalls. Stonecutter and Ocean Mystic could not agree on plan. Wished only to bicker and yell until Rift-Talon roared and the whelps covered. Tribe knew only Prima Rift-Talon could maintain order, until Tribe became fearful of Prima's magic tough. Then Beastwoman could no longer inspire order, only fear. Wise words. So, let me ask you something else. I want to know more about your healing abilities. Does Fatebinder remember time before knowing to crawl? Beastwoman did not know such power existed until packmates already mended. She shrugs with a scowling grimace. Have no answers for Fatebinder or Beastwoman. How did these powers awaken in you? Beastwoman cannot say for sure. Her hands gesticulate wildly, but for a time no words come out. Ever since coming to this place, Rift-Talon feels hum of magic, but did not feel it until it already happened. Packmate was injured on patrol and Rift-Talon ran to clutch injured whelp. Beastwoman remembers hearing lifeblood from inside dying body and roared to obey. That's when mending rite began to nick flesh. That's when Rift-Talon's shame began. Why do you think the healed became sleepless? Can't describe sensation of healing power, but not meaning. She pauses to think, listlessly tracing painted symbol on her chest with a claw. When human lies on ground with lifeblood pouring from wounds, Rift-Talon can sense blood rage inside dying creature. And when Beastwoman touches paw to human, Rift-Talon can stoke blood rage to live longer. To demand blood keep pumping. I'm not explaining right. No. Can't. But mystic gift always goes too far. Always. Mending rite's grab of life spark stretches far and fast until extinguished, snuffed, drowned. After rite, human's wounds close and lifeblood dries, but life spark is gone. Healed human is hollow. Does not remember pain or pleasure. Does not dream. Is sleepless. Do you think being in the Oldwalls can give you these powers? She shrugs, scratching her head with a gruff sigh. Maybe. Rift-Talon never finished proper teaching to be mystic. Power always feels like it's coming from within Rift-Talon, but maybe Oldwalls awoken Mending right. Well, let me ask you something else. Tell me more about the Sleepless. The Beastwoman bristles at the mention. Greatest of shames. Rift-Talon has sickened own tribe with dreamlessness. Do you know how they were created? Well, she created them. Why are they down here? Any idea why the Bane ignored the Sleepless? I have seen only human Sleepless. Are there no Sleepless beasts? That's actually a good question. No, not yet. Used mending rites on beasts in pack, but saw no dreamless scar. Well, that's interesting detail. Do you know any way to cure them? If Beastwoman knew, would have already tried. Well, yeah, of course. Human sage called Lexeme insists Rift-Talon has gift. Can mend better, but is wrong. Is folly to try. Must never use wretched gift again. Something tells me that if I kill that big Cthulhu looking like Bane in that other big round room, maybe that is the answer to all of these problems. If I kill that Bane thingy, then maybe the Sleepless ones can sleep again. Something like that. Any idea why the Bane ignored the Sleepless? Same question ponders Rift-Talon. Scourge beasts seek blood of Beastwoman, but never of Sleepless kid. Even noise is Sleepless. Rift-Talon thinks Sleepless cast no scent for Scourge beasts to smell. No dreams to tempt ancient hungers. Why are they down here? After mending rites, dreamless kids smell like spent flame. Hearts do not beat with purpose or desire to live. Dreamless always call out to Rift-Talon, beg mewling for answers. Rift-Talon has none. The Beastwoman covers her ears with her hands. Sleepless brood will not leave Beastwoman. Always remind her of failure. Oh, I kind of feel bad for her now. Well, a bit dumb question, but do you know how they were created? Beastwoman only knows that Sleepless were birthed from mystic strength, from Rift-Talon's corrupting touch. Dark powers extinguish life spark of dying human. After mending rite, human looks like living warm blood, but carries hollow death on inside. Rift-Talon looks away, shamed. It's time for you to return to the wound. I guess there's really nothing else we can do or say at this point, so it's time for you to return to the wound in one form or another. Come now. Human will leave this place, nothing to discuss. Leave Rift-Talon to suffer with withered kin. Let find Rift-Talon fade from memory. Lexeme believes you can learn to control your powers, maybe with some help. Why does Fatebinder trust chirping of human mystic that roams deep dark halls? Rift-Talon has watched Lexeme speak with own shadow, or sit on damp cold floor to sing to ancient stone. As her eyes follow a trail of cascading dust, a contemplative purr vibrates along the back of her throat. But Fatebinder's goal is wise. Rift-Talon can feel mystic strength in blood, like ocean storm. Beastwoman's blood is not tame, will flow like petulant cup. What do you know of the murals in these old walls? How did these powers awaken in you? What's the alternative? Learn to tame your powers and become more, or you wither away in these old walls? Well, what do you know about the murals? Can see shapes and shadows telling stories, and know that stories are made with claw and brushed by fear. She sits back on her haunches and gazes towards the blackened ceiling. Well, Rift-Talon does not know, but humans too puny to carve. And doubt that Bane paw on walls. Yeah, I don't think so either. How did these powers awaken in you? I think we already asked that. Beastwoman cannot say for sure. Her hands gesticulate wildly, but for a time no words come out. Yeah, I think we have already read this. Yeah. So, what's the alternative? Learn to tame your powers and become more, or you wither away in these old walls? The Beastwoman snorts defiantly, but averts her gaze. Slowly she pops her head in agreement. Fatebinder is correct. Rift-Talon should not hide or run from strange power, like cowardly pack whelp not fit for breeding. Must learn to dominate mystic strength, just as Alpha controls unruly pack. And that's Lexeme, right? Yeah. At this he wheeled, Lexeme shuffles into the chamber, interrupting Rift-Talon's moment of self-reflection. Then we agreed. I had a feeling you would rouse her to action. We should move quickly. My mind wanders, and I'll not squander this chance while I still have my wits. If you can't learn to control your magic, you are worthless to the wound. To everyone, do something about it. I've seen a number of them already. They are fascinating to behold. Sorry, what? Sorry, what are fascinating to behold? You mean the sleepless, or... My mind wanders, and I'll not squander this chance while I still have my wits. Well, whatever. We are trying to help. If we wanted to harm you, there are much easier ways. If you can't learn to control your magic, you are worthless to the wound. To everyone. Do something about it. Fatebinder shames Rift-Talon, but is not incorrect. She balls her fist, grinding her knuckles into the stonework. Is not incorrect. Rift-Talon, I believe the ancient paintings in these old walls are the key. Your powers didn't really manifest until you were here in the wound. And you have been down amongst these corridors and murals prior to your power first manifesting. And if I'm correct, these murals convey magic in a similar fashion to how we sages convey knowledge along parchment. At the very least, there's little harm in testing my hunch. Already, this place has changed Rift-Talon, made Beastwoman's touch heal for a moment, but sicken forever. With a violent lurch, she slaps herself across the face. Must swim in ancient magics until strong enough to understand, or drowned and no longer a threat. We'll go now. Meet Fatebinder through quick leap path to east. I think that's the big room with the Bane in the middle. Fatebinder, you may have run across some of these old murals in your time here. Look them over. I'm sure you'll glean some insight that Rift-Talon can put to use. She marks the locations of a few of them on your map. The one Rift-Talon refers to is just through a teleporter down the hallways, to the east. We'll await your return there. Ah, okay, so we're going there. Yeah, east, of course, east, not west. Fatebinder should have Rift-Talon's knife. She draws what must be a small blade to her, but is a proper sword to your hand from her bandolier. With head bowed, she hands you the weapon. Brought good luck to Rift-Talon in deep dark. Will bring good luck to Fatebinder. Also has too much stink of blood from humans Rift-Talon trained to hunt. Much better Fatebinder has. Is that so? Jesus, Lexeme, calm down with those legs. She was shaking like she had a seizure. Okay, so we are going. Yeah, I think there was one place with a mural, but we couldn't get there. Is it here? Yeah, I think it's there. At least the door seems to be open. Okay, but I'm gonna. Let's see. Yeah, I think. Yeah, I'm gonna end the episode here. But before that, let's see what kind of a sword we got. Is it any better than my legendary Dauntless? Superior quality? Well, I'm not very impressed. Let's see. Well, at least it has a special ability, Shadow Stretchery. Let's see. Defending, plus 10 parry for each engaging enemy. Well, that sounds like a very good sword for tanking at least. Arcane Burst on weapon crit. Range 1 meter, foe, area of effect, AoE. Damage 15 to 19 arcane, base 14 to 18 versus magic radius. Okay. Shadow Stretchery. The primordial blade Penumbra turns its victims' shadows against them, wrapping them in their own darkness and weakening them to the sword's ephemeral edge. The time the targets remain afflicted by this power scales with Penumbra's renown. Okay. Your shadow flickers erratically in the van-violet light emitted by this viciously sharp bronze blade, fluctuating between converging about the weapon's length and stretching as if trying to escape its presence. No legend sings of this weapon, yet it bristles with sorcerer's energy, the sharpened alloy edge seems insufficient to contain. Perhaps the craftsperson responsible for this sword used techniques long lost to modern smiths, infusing it with a power that may be older than the Archons, the Overlord, or even the Oldwalls you discovered it in. Interesting. Very interesting. We are gonna lose some damage and accuracy. Well, let's see what it looks like at the very least.
This'll be fun.
Well, it looks kick-ass. Reputation ability unlocked. But I don't know. I'm not too convinced. I mean, sure, our character is not really about damage, but still, I really like Dauntless. And I really like that AoE stun ability it has. That's very valuable. And we have had this forever. Let's at least equip it like this. I guess we could give it a try at the very least and see how it works. Yeah, we can do that at the very least. But yeah, like I said, I'm gonna end this episode here. And in the next episode, well, we are gonna enter this room where I assume Lexeme and Rift-Talon just went, because there's another mural there for us to look at. So we go there, see what's going on here. And then I guess that we have to eventually do something to the Bane here in the middle of this big room. And I'm also wondering if Jaspos and Wagstaff are also gonna show up here eventually, and then we have to deal with them. Or maybe we'll deal with them after we have convinced Rift-Talon to come with us back to the Bastard's Wound, and then she becomes the leader again. But I'm quite sure that Jaspos and Wagstaff are not going to be too happy about that, and they try to stop her from becoming the leader again or something like that. That's my prediction anyway. But hey, we'll see in the next episode. Possibly. We'll see what happens. Actually, is there... we could go there as well in the next episode as well and try to see what's inside here. But anyway, so, thank you for watching once again, and see you next time for more Tyranny, Bastard's Wound.